Hey soul peeps, we out in the yard and we're going to be preparing some wicking buckets. I'm going to show you how I do it and hopefully it'll help you because we're getting ready for spring. We don't want spring to spring up on us and then we don't have our stuff together. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I recycle my kitty litter buckets, and then I have some other buckets that I use to do my growing in. We used buckets last year and oh my God, really saved us a lot of time, saved on water, and at the end of the season I was just amazed at the roots system that grew and the fruit that it produced. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I use wicking buckets. All right, I got my tools. I have my bucket and I have a milk jug or water jug or whatever kind of jug you have that's like this. And then we have a PVC pipe and we have our good old drill, and we're going to use this to make our wicking bucket. Now in the past I've used bottles in the bottom, I've used cans in the bottom, but it gets kind of cumbersome to keep all those big things. So I was trying to find something that will work, that I don't have to have so much stuff. And yes, I do like to recycle, but you know, I don't like to have that much stuff hanging around the house. So we're gonna use this, we're gonna keep it simple, and we're gonna try to keep it as short as possible. Stay tuned. I can safely assess that this milk water container is about 5 inches tall, where I can drill holes in the sides and the bottom for intake of water. And my hole on my container should be 1 inch underneath that for an air gap. All right, I want to show you the milk jug, and I did keep the cap on the milk jug, and I am sitting the milk jug on the handle side down. Okay, well, handle side down or the face side. Okay, and so I've drilled holes in the side, hole in the bottom on both sides. Okay, one, and it's going to lay like this in the bucket. So in our bucket, we've done our hole. Make sure to clear the plastic residue from the outside and in the inside. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me last year. I had one of my plants and I was like, it was dying, and I realized that because I did not remove that plastic, it clogged up the hole, and it did not allow the water to drain off. So make sure you clean off this little residue. So we have this part, and so we're going to put the back side or the butt side in our bucket. Okay, it's gonna look like that. That's what you want it to look like, okay? This is the same as, I got this method from Mr. Leon, from Gardening with Leon. Love Mr. Leon. He offers a lot of wisdom. He used some pipe. Well, I mean, bottles are free. You can go and buy the pipe, but you can get bottles for free. So this is what we're using in its stead. And will it hold up? Yes, it will. When you put water in it, it'll become a little bit more sturdy. Now, I'm gonna drill the hole to put the PVC pipe in the bottom. Stay tuned. The PVC pipe I'm using is 1 inch, and it's 1 inch in the inside, okay? And I'm using a 1 1/8 inch drill bit. When you buy your PVC pipe, you want to make sure to cut it on an angle. The angle serves the purpose of the water being able to get into the container. You see how that sits? It's not flush, so the water can come up. If not, it'll be flat. It'll be a struggle for the water. So we're gonna make a hole big enough to put this into the water container. So this is our water reservoir, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and put it inside of our bucket, and we want to put the PVC side on the same side as the hole. Okay, so this is what we have, and it's going to rock and all that. Don't worry about that. Okay, and then that's your overflow hole. What the overflow hole is going to allow is going to allow the water to not fill up the pot. It's going to cut off right there, and you will not be able to put any more water in it. That way your plants will not drown, because that is very important. You want to have that, and we have that 1 inch air gap for that purpose too, and air pruning. So what the plant will do is it will stop, and it will cut itself off from just drowning in water. And then I'm telling you, the plant will reach down to the water to get its water, as opposed to it watering from the top. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna fill it up with some soil. Now, how does the water get in here? Of course, you're gonna fill the water, you're gonna put your soil in first, and then you're gonna fill up your water through your PVC pipe, and you're gonna fill your soil up, and we're gonna do that next. Stay tuned. All right, so I got everything situated in here, and I got my soil. So I'm just gonna take my soil and I'm going to fill up my bucket. Now you want to use potting soil, not garden soil. Okay, you want something that's free flowing and has good aeration. So you're gonna fill your pot up about like so. Okay, and then you want to add, this is just my own personal soil mix. Like I said, you can get the bag. I prefer to use compost and my other little things, but you want to get it to here. You want to add some slow release fertilizer, or, and I'm just going to use a handful, okay, and put it here. And then some sea mineral. That's the other thing. Now, according to what you're growing, then you would add, if you want to add some, I will put phosphorus in it if you're growing any tomatoes or root vegetables, or nitrogen. So you want to adjust any other fertilizer additives according to what you're growing. So whatever you use in ground, that's what you want to use here. So this is how far we've gotten with this. And so I'm going to add some more soil to top it off. Now we're going to do a couple of little extra other things, because you know me, I'm Miss Experimenter. So you got it filled up all the way here. So now you would add your water in here, but for the first few weeks you want to water from the top, because you want to get this moisturized so that the wick could start. Now what I do is I get it ready early, and I set it outside and let it rain on it. Save me some water. So I just let the rain on it. It'll start draining out the side hole. And how often do you fill it up? It depends on your climate. If your climate is really hot, you're gonna fill up a little bit more. Now in the beginning of the season, it's very cool, so you might fill up your buckets once a week, maybe twice a week. Some people put little Dopplers in there, like bobbers. But the other thing that I would caution you to do, oh wow, that's so pretty. All right, is to put some plastic or something in the top right here, because you don't want mosquitoes to start laying eggs. And there's something called mosquito dunks. You can put mosquito dunks in it. It'll help the mosquitoes. But this is how you fill up. And like I said, you got your overflow hole to show you when the water level is filled. There's another thing that you can do. You can put some, if you like, you can put some fabric over the top, or a plastic bag over the top, like a black plastic bag. You can take the top of the container and you can cut a hole into it and then put it on the top. I don't like to do all that. So that is just my simple, basic wicking pot. And I hope that helps you. See, you got your drain hole and you got your little bucket. And so you can use this with a square bucket or a round bucket. The pipe, just make sure that the pipe comes out so that you can have a place to fill it up. And what I do is, like I said, I stuff it with a bag, and then I have a oil funnel that I put in here. And I always, when I'm watering, I water with a half-strength solution of fertilizer, and I put that in every time I fill it up so that it won't run out of nutrients. And then, you know, if you're outside and it's raining and raining and raining, the rain will deplete your nutrients. So you just want to keep an eye on your plant, make sure it's not yellowing or anything like that. But that is my simple, basic wicking bucket. I hope this helps you. So thank you so much for stopping by the channel. If I haven't asked you already to click like and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when I post another video. And let me know how you made out with your wicking bucket. Let me know if there's another way that you do it. You know, we're all out here learning, and we're all here sharing. And I appreciate you so much for stopping by the Garden of Eden. Peace out, soil peeps.